Hello everyone, I welcome you all to this video. Here in this video we are going to discuss on the division facts or the divisibility rules for the numbers ranging from 1 to 20. What did I mean here? Let's say I'll give you some random numbers. It can be any numbers, right? If I ask you, can you divide this number by 2, by 3, by 5, by 10 like that? There, adopting these rules or the facts or knowing such rules and facts makes your life easy and makes your life to decide quickly, instantaneously whether the number I gave or the random numbers I gave are divisible by whatever the numbers I'm also giving that, right? So having said this, let's move on to understand the facts of the numbers or the divisibility rules which we can apply for the numbers from 1 to 20. As we all know, any number which is divisible by which when divided by 1 is always that number itself. So merely saying there is no need for any division rule, or we don't even need to say that as it has some facts or anything. So we always know any number divided by 1 is that number itself. Now let's just go for the division fact for the number 2. So any number if I give and I ask you to divide by 2, all you're doing is you check the last digit, or in our mathematical terms, what do we say? The units place, right? In that units place, if you have 2 or 0 or any even number, 2, 4, 6, 8 or 0, then always that number is divided by 2. Got my point? Now go through the examples here. So here I have given you certain examples. Take the second example, 10. Look for the units digit. What do I have? 0. So in that 0, as I said, there's a division fact. If I have 0 in my units place, it means that number is divisible by 2. So it means this number 10 is nothing but 2 into 5 is 10. Go for another number 212. 212 here at the ending, the units place, it has 2. So therefore it is divisible by 2. I know you're all aware of this division fact too. Let's move deeper down and understand some more facts with the other numbers. Go for the third one, the number 3, where here we say sum of all the digits are divisible by 3. So if I ask you what is the rule for 3, it is that sum of all the digits are divided. If the sum of all those digits can be divided by 3, then I say that number is divisible by 3. For example, let me give you like this 213, and I ask you to check whether this number is divisible by 3 or not. All you do is you sum up 213, 2 plus 1 plus 3, isn't it? So that becomes 3 plus 3, which is 6. Yes, in our multiplication table, we know 6 is divided by 3. Our 3 is a factor of 6. So you can easily say whether this number is divisible by 3 or not. Such rules are very handy for you when you go for complex calculations. So having said, move on for the divisibility fact for the number 4, or the multiplication table 4, or the number 4. So here it is very simple. We are doing in the division factor of 4 is that we are keyed on the last 2 digits. Correct? So we see if these last 2 digits are present in the multiplication table of 4, or if these last 2 digits, that is units place and the tenth place, are divided by 4, it means that number is always divisible by 4. If I am correct, or you want me to cross check on the fact that I said, let us directly go for the examples here. What is that? I have 4, 5, 6. The first example under the row 4. The last 2 digits, that is the digits in the units and in the tenth place, are divisible by 4. And next to that, the example what I've given 4, 5, 6. So now take the last 2 digits 56. Yes, 56 is divisible by 4. Next, Take the last two digits, 84. Yes, we know 84 is divisible by 4. And then 92. Yes, that's also divisible by 4. You can go for dividing them individually and just check whether they are divisible or not, and then you decide on that. Next, I'll go for 5, which is very easy for you and which you all know. The number should either be ending by 5 or 0. It means that number is always divisible by 5. 10, 25, 95, 65, 625. Yes, in the units place, the last number present, the last digit present was 5. So we say all those numbers are divisible by 5. Having said with the division fact of 5, now let's move on for the division fact of 6. It's very important. So, in order not to get confused, in order to have clarity in our mind, how to work on the divisions, we follow these rules. When I say division factor of 6, before even asking about the division factor of 6, just give me the factors of 6. It is nothing but 2 and 3. 3 and 2 are the factors of 6. It means 6 is divisible by 2 also and 3 also. Right? So any of the multiplication in any of the multiples of 6, let's say 12, 18, 24, 36, 54, I give, if you observe, they are all divisible by both 2 and 3. So, since 6 is made by 2 and 3 together, always, if I say the number has to be divided by 6, it means the number should be divided by 2 and by 3. This is most important. It should be divided by both 2 and 3. Follow the examples here. What am I stating here? Yes, the examples are 9, 8, 6. Yes, 6. Now let's go for the first example, 986. Yes, 6 is divisible by 2 because it's an even number. Next, we have to cross check with 3 also. 986. 9 is divided, can be divided by 3 and then 8. Yes, we can divide and 2 and we are left with 2 as the remaining and 26. It is not divisible by 6. Therefore, by 3. Therefore, 986 is not divisible by 3. I mean to say, then if that is the case, now cross check whether this number is divisible by 6 or not. Now let me just cross check. 986. So it is 6 ones are 6, 38, and then when I have 38, 6 6 are 36, and then I'm left with 26. 26 is not divisible by 6 also. So when the number has to be divisible by 6, it has to be divisible by both 3 and 2. Next, let's go for the next example, 1038. Yes, that is divisible by 2 because even number at the last unit. Next, is it divisible by 3? Sum of all its digits. 1 plus 3 plus 8. 1 plus 3 is 4. 4 plus 8 is 12. 12 is divisible by 3. And now cross check whether it is divisible by 6. 1 0, yes, it is divisible and we get it as 4 43. Then 6 7 is 42, and then we have 1 8 6 3 is 18. Yes, 6, this number 1038 is divisible by 6. So now hope you understood that any given number has to be divided by both 2 and 3 tables in order they to get divided by 6. Let's go for 7. Here, this being first thing, odd number and prime number. Got me? This is a prime number. So for prime numbers, they don't come into much of the division facts. Okay. So it is a multiplication table with which we start dividing. It is any other normal division. If I say for 7, what do we say? For 19. Yes, it's the same thing. Given for 19 also, we don't have the division facts. So we follow the same our usual method of division. Next, go for 8. So when I said 4, what is the divisibility rule of 4? It is that any given number, its last two digits should be divisible by 2. So, sorry, 4. If that's the case, can I also say the given any number, the last three digits are divisible by 8, then I can consider that number to be a number dividing by 8, or it comes in its table. Let us look. We have 456. Just check whether the last three digits, and even before that, let me add up one point. Even before just thinking whether this number is divisible by 8 or not, just check whether this number is divisible by 4. Why? What is 8? It's nothing but always 2 times of 4. So whenever you move for 8, you are taking 4 2 times. It means always the multiplication table of 4 is considered. So every time 4's table is going and getting added, it is present everywhere. It means that any given number, when it has to be divided by 4, it means it has to be divided, by 8, it means it has to be divided by 4. So that is one first cross check that you can do. Next, go for the next cross check, that whether, even after telling that, whether can it still be divisible by 8 or not. Okay, so here goes 450, of 8. So what we understood is any number which is getting divided by 8, first you can cross check whether it is getting divided by 4. And then you can move further. Got it? So, but the reverse is not true. Any number which is getting divided by 4 need not be divisible by 8 also. For example, 36. 36 can be divided by 4 but not by 8. Okay, so here coming back to the divisibility rule of 8, look for the number 456. See if the last three digits can be divided by 8. And then, yeah, 456, and we here, if I say about dividing by 8, it is 40, and then 56 for, so it is 7, so yes, it is done. And similarly for 99456, that we are talking about the last three digits, just go and divide the last three digits, and in bit, as I said, they have to get divided by 4 also. So that's the first check that you can do. Next, go for 9. So sum of all the three digits are divisible by 3. Sum of all the three digits are divisible by 3. So it means, can I take this also in the round, that any number which is divisible by 9, it means it has to be divisible by 3. Any number which is getting divided by 9, can I say it has to get divided by 3 also, as it was the fact that we saw in 8 and 4. But this need not be the case when it comes for when it comes for the reversing of the divisibility rule of 9. It means, what I meant to say here is, not to get confused, what I meant to say here is that any number, if I take, if that number is getting divided by 3, it need not have to get divided by 9. But if I say this number is getting divided by 9, it means that it also gets divided by 3. So why can't 3 be the first check in order to see whether it is getting divided by 9 or not? Okay, I'll go for the example here, 2556. Sum of all its 4 digits. 2 plus 5 is 7, 7 plus 5 is 12, 12 plus 6 is 18. So it means this number is getting divided by 3. That's the first cross check. Okay, and then sum of all the digits are divisible by 9. Oh, so here I've given it as 3 and it has to be 9 also. So while going for copy paste, I would have done a mistake. Please see that sum of all is divisible by 9. That will be the second cross check. 2 plus 5, that is 12, 2 plus 5 is 7, 7 plus 5 is 12, 12 plus 6 is 18, 18 is divisible by 2, by 8, by 9. It means this number is also getting divided by 9. Next, I go for a simple one, 81 or 819. Let's check. 8 plus 1 plus 9. 8 plus 1 is 9, 9 plus 9 is 18. 18 is getting divided by 9. So we can say yes, this is a division fact, and even before that also division fact of 3, that is sum of all the digits divided by 3. 8 plus 1 is 9, 9 plus 9 is 18, 18 is also getting divided by 3. Yes, there's a double cross check we did, and therefore yes, this number is divisible by 9. Go for divisibility rule of 10. It is as simple as any number ending with 0, which we all know. Go for divisibility fact of 11. Very simple. Here, take the units place digit, even place digits for any given number. You are taking the even place digit and you are taking the odd place digits. Odd 1, 2, 1, for which odd places 1 and 1. Sum it. 1 plus 1 became 2. Minus it with the sum of the even numbers. Here we have only one number at its even place, that is only at second place we have the number, that is 2, but sum of the odd numbers is 1 and 1, which is 2. 2 minus 2 is 0. So if the sum or the difference gives you either 0 or 11, it means that number is divisible by 11. Okay, let's go for 1297. Take the odd places numbers. I say 7, I say 2 are the odd places. 2 plus 7 is 9. Then, sorry, it's at the first place and this is at the plus 10. Okay, which will not be. Now, let us just check whether it is for 8. So, I say 2 plus 8 is 10, and then odd places 9 plus 1 is also 10. 10 minus 10 is 0. Let us cross check whether it is getting divided by 11 or not. 12, yes, divided by 11 we get 1 and 9, and 9 is divided by 11 we get 8, and 8 and 8, yes, it is divisible. So sum of the digits at the odd places minus the sum of the digits at the even places should either give you 0 or 11. Go for the second one. It is as simple as that. 11, 22. This one, what I am highlighting here, 1, 1, 2, 2. So here the odd places 2 and 1, and the even places 2 and 1 again, right? The one which is at the first place and the third place, 1 and 2, which is 3. And again at the even places 2 and 4. The second place and the fourth place, which is 2 and 1, 3 minus 3, which is 0. Next, go for the one, the last one, 1353. So here, adding the sum of the digits at the even place, which is 5 and 1, 6. Next, sum of the digits at the odd places, 3 and 3, which is 6. 6 minus 6 is 0. Yes, this number is divisible by 11. Now go for 12. If you observe, what are the factors of 12? They are nothing but 4, 3, 2. So when you think of 4, any number to be divided by 4, it means that number should be divided by 2 as well. So the number which is at the even place, that can be a first cross check that you can do for divisibility rule of 12. And next what? Always, as you know, 12 is nothing but 2 times addition of 6. So whenever you go for the multiples of 12, 12, 24, 36, 48, 60 and so on, you have 6 in it. You are adding 6 in that number. 2 times we are adding. So it means if I said that always we are going with the 6 tables. It means if I give any number, it should be divisible by 6. Correct? But for 6, what are the inbuilt? 3 and 2. Right? So one cross check is that the even places. The other cross check is that what we can do, you can check for the sum of all the numbers. and see whether it is getting divided by 3, and if that number is divisible by 2 and some of all the numbers are getting divided by 3, it means that number is divisible by 6. So when I say this number is getting divided by 6, it means can that number not be divisible by 12? Yes, it is. Okay. Now look for this. 3684. So 4 at the last place. Yes, therefore it is divisible by 2. So that one rule is done. And next 3684. Let's see if it is getting divided by 3 or not. 3 plus 6 is 9, 9 plus 8 is 17, 17 plus 4 is 21. Yes, it is getting divided by 3. So it is done. Next, divisibility rule of 4 also applied here. 84, the last two digits, done. And then go for the last one, the second one, 9594. If you observe at the units place you have 4, therefore we can say yes, it is divided by 2. One rule is done. Let us see if it is getting divided by 6 or not. For that, divisibility rule of 3. Okay, 9 plus 4, 5 is 14, 14 plus 9 is 23, 23 plus 4 is 25, which is not getting divided by 3. So therefore, this number can't be divided by 12. Okay, 13, we don't have a multiplication rule as such or a division rule, so we go for the multiplication table. 14, as we were discussing for 12, as we discussed for 8, the same rule applies for 14. This number has to be divided by both 7 and 2 because 7 into 2 is 14. It means always I am carrying 7 2 times. So this is a simple cross check. And then if you understood for 9, for 8, then for 14, then it is very easy to understand for 15. That number has to be divisible by both 5 and 3. Look for the examples. 225. You may say yes, 225 is very easy, but then just look for the cross checks. 5 is at the units place, so done. It is divisible by 5, and then look for 3. 2 plus 2 is 4, 4 plus 5 is 9. Yes, it is divisible by 5, 3. So you can say, well, now let us check whether this is getting divided by 15 or not. 15 once is 15, so I have 7 from 22 and then 75, which is 15, 6 is 75, done. Let's go for the last one. Is this, the second one, sorry, 9840, is this number getting divided by 5? Yes, because we have 0 at the units place. Then let's see if it is getting divided by 3 also. 9 plus 8 is 17, 17 plus 4 is 21. Yes. Now cross check it with the 15 table itself. 15 and 90, it is 6, and then we got 80, 84, which is 75, which is 9, 90. Yes, this number is also getting divided by 15. So these are the rules. And then go for 16. When I said 16, it is both 8 and 2. Apply the rules and cross check. For 17, we don't have a great division rule. And the same thing applies for 19 because they are the prime numbers and the odd numbers. 19, 18, when we said it is the division factor of 9 and the division factor of 2. What is the division factor of 9? The sum of all the numbers are divided by 9. So in turn, 9 being 3 times of 3, it is that the sum of all the numbers should be divided by 3. And of course, by 2. Next, 20, yes, it is 10 into 2 is 20. It means that wherever 20 is going, it is carrying both 2 and 10 together. So that is why always if a number has to be divided by 20, it means it has to be divided by both 10 and by 2. Got it? Look back to the division rule of 18 once. It has to be any number if I give it. When I say is it getting divided by 18 or not, it means you have to first cross check with 9 and with 2. First do it for 2. Yes, the number, what is the rule for 2? It is that number should be ending with a even number. So here in the first example, if we take it is 2908. Yes, this number 8 is an even number. So yes, you can easily say 8 is getting, this number 2908 is getting divided by 2. Next, 2908. Sum it. 2 plus 9 is 11. 11 plus 8 is 19. Now I can easily say this is not getting divided by 9. When it is not getting divided by 9, of course it won't be divided by 18. Go for the second one. 5, 8, 1, 6. 5 plus 8 is 13. 13 plus 4 is 13 plus 1 is 14. 14 plus 6 is 20. It's also not getting divided. So this rule or these two numbers are not eligible to get divided by 18. So having said, I request you guys to please practice these divisibility rules. It makes our life easy in our classes. Thank you.